Good morning, class. Today we will learn about geometry. We will learn how to calculate areas and perimeters of some known shapes. So let's get started. First thing first, what can you tell me about this square?
Teacher, pick me.
Yes, Amy, go ahead.
A square is a flat shape with 4 equal sides and every angle is a right angle, 90 degrees.
Excellent answer, Amy. So what does it mean to find the perimeter of the square?
I think I know the answer.
Yes, go ahead, Simon.
The perimeter is the total distance around the outside, which can be found by adding together the length of each side.
Excellent, Simon. That is exactly correct. For example, if you have a square with a side of 4, the perimeter is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, since you add all the sides together. Great work, everyone. Now, let's talk about the area of a square. An area means the size of a surface or the amount of space inside the boundary of a flat object. Let's say you have a square that has a side that measures 4 feet. If you want to calculate the area, you will need to multiply two sides together, which means 4 times 4. An important thing here to remember is the units of measurements of both perimeters and areas. Perimeters are always in standard units. For example, a square that has a side that measures 4 feet will have a perimeter of 16 feet, which was obtained by adding 4 feet plus 4 feet plus 4 feet plus 4 feet. Areas, however, are measured with squared units. For instance, the square with a side that measures 4 feet, the area in this case is 4 feet times 4 feet, which is 16 feet squared. Okay, great job, everyone. Now let's talk about rectangles. Who can tell me the characteristics of a rectangle?
Teacher.
Yes, Zach, go ahead.
A rectangle is a 4-sided flat shape where every angle is a right angle, 90 degrees. It has a length and a width and opposite sides are parallel and of equal length.
Well done, Zach. That is an excellent definition of a rectangle. Now, remember, in order to find the perimeter of a rectangle, the same process applies. Which means, if you want to find the perimeter of a triangle that is 6 feet long and 3 feet wide, you will need to add all sides together. Therefore, 6 plus 3 plus 3 is how you find the perimeter. Don't forget, the unit stays the same. Great, let's talk about areas now. In your opinion, how do you think we can find the area of a rectangle? Or better yet, let me give you a real-life situation. Let's say my bedroom is shaped like a rectangle. I want to install carpet in it. The carpet company asks me about the area of the bedroom, but I don't know it. How can I find it?
Teacher, I think I can help you find the space inside the bedroom. Since rectangles are similar to squares, I think that the area of a rectangle is 2 sides multiplied, which means, all I have to do is measure the length of the bedroom from wall to wall, then the width of the bedroom, and multiply the length and the width to get the answer.
Excellent, Amy, that is a very good explanation. But let me ask you, if you find that the length is 15 feet and the width is 10 feet, what would your final answer be?
If the length of the bedroom is 15 feet and the width is 10 feet, the area or the space is 15 times 10, which is 150 square feet.
Now, the third shape I want to talk about in today's lesson is a triangle. Who can tell me what the characteristics of a triangle are?
A triangle has 3 sides and 3 angles. The 3 angles always add up to 180 degrees.
That's exactly right, Simon. All angles in a triangle must add up to 180 degrees. Now, let's talk about the types of triangles. The first triangle I want to talk about is equilateral triangle, which has 3 equal sides, and each angle is equal to 60 degrees. Next, isosceles triangle. These triangles have only 2 equal sides and 2 equal angles. And finally, scalene triangle. In this triangle all sides are different as well as the angles. Great. So now that we are familiar with the characteristics and types of triangles, let's discuss area and perimeter. Who can tell me how to find the perimeter of a triangle?
I believe I can answer the question, teacher. Since triangles have 3 sides, in order to find the perimeter all we need to do is add all sides together.
That's absolutely correct, Zach. For example, if a triangle sides measure 5 feet, 6 feet, and 7 feet, the perimeter is going to be 5 plus 6 plus 7, which equals to 18 feet. Let's talk about area of the triangle. In order to calculate the area of a triangle, you need to know two important elements: the base and the height of the triangle. The base of a triangle can be any one of the three sides, usually the one drawn at the bottom. You can pick any side you like to be the base. In an isosceles triangle, the base is usually taken to be the unequal side. Height of a triangle, on the other hand, is the distance between one of the 3 points of the triangle perpendicular to the base. Excellent. Now that we have the base and the height, let me show you how to calculate the area of a triangle. First, you need to remember this formula on the board. Let me explain what it means. Suppose the height of the triangle is 6 feet. Find half of the number, which is 3, and then multiply it by the base. In this case is 10 feet. Therefore, all is left to do is to multiply the 3 by the 10, which gives me 30. Remember, since you are calculating area in this case, the unit of measurement is in square feet. Okay, folks, any questions so far before we move to the last part of today's lesson?
No, I think it's all clear.
Yeah, this is easy.
No questions.
Well, perfect, then. Let's move on to talk about circles. Who can tell me a little bit about what you know about circles?
I think I can talk a bit about circles. In a circle, all points are the same distance from the center. I also know that the radius is the distance from the center to the edge. The diameter starts at one side of the circle, goes through the center and ends on the other side. Finally, the circumference is the distance around the edge of the circle.
Excellent. Amy, all the information you provided is accurate. Remember, the circumference is the distance around the edge of the circle. So instead of perimeter, think circumference. Now, when you divide the circumference by the diameter, you get 3.14, also called pi. If you want to calculate the circumference of a circle, all you need to do is find the diameter and multiply it by the number pi, which is 3.14. The area, however, is different. You will need to find the square value of the radius and multiply it by the number pi. Well, this is it. Good job, everyone, and remember to review today's lesson as well for the quiz tomorrow.
Quiz? What quiz? Oh my god.
What, quiz? Oh no, oh no.
Oh no, I hate math.
Have a good day, everyone.
I was up all night last night studying about pies and circumferences, and I don't think I get it.
I hate math. I love pies though.
Good morning, class. Are we ready for the quiz today? By the way, where is Simon?
Today's top news: all the schools around the world have decided to drop math from their curriculum. Which means students don't have to learn about pies and circumferences again.
Simon, get up, you are late for school again.
No!